constantly changing. It's constantly out there and crazy, but it's a real work of art. She spends a lot of energy on it. And other people that we've shot, like for example, we shot Naomi Campbell on the show. She also has an image, you know.
Is she difficult to work with?
You know, she was very careful. She did not throw anything.
Nothing slipped from her hands. She came
close. She was pretty annoyed with me at some points, but she was very professional, and you know, it was tense, but she's a real pro. She's been doing this for 20 years, so she knows better than we do where, you know, what should be happening on the shoot. So it was intense but fun.
You were saying that with Kate Winslet, you had 45 minutes to work with her.
Yeah.
What do you do when the technical gremlins show up and the cameras are not working, the lights are not working? You know, the Lady Gaga, it was like 300 degrees in that room.
Yes.
How do you quickly manage those situations so your very high profile, high intensity, you know, celebrity doesn't have a meltdown and walk out?
Well, that's what makes our shoots so stressful for us, and why there's so much tension between me and Marcus, is that there are so many things that need to go right. There's a million tiny little variables, and to create an iconic image, it's almost impossible to begin with. You know, 99% of images created are not iconic. They're throwaway, and they're nice, but you move on. So to find that 1%, that one thing that people will always remember, is hugely challenging. And then on top of that, of course, all the technical things and just the details of getting everyone there and getting them
there on time,
getting beautiful lighting going that works with the makeup and the clothes and all that. It's very stressful, but it's the art that we do. So we just make it work.
Well, so very interesting. Through this interview, you've told me that you are quite the self-starter. You wanted to be a model and you wanted to learn about photography, so you made it happen. You wanted to start a school, you made it happen. You wanted this reality show because somebody said it would be interesting, you made it happen. What's the next thing that you're going to make happen, and how can we be inspired to do the same for our lives?
Well, I'm writing a book, which is really exciting. It's such a great process to go through, and I'm going through all of the things I've learned for 20 years in the industry of creating images, and I'm sharing that with ordinary people so that they can also create their own images. So that's my next step. But I'm also working with clothing lines. There's a lot of areas that I'm passionate about, the visual, fashion areas. And at the same time, my school remains my core passion. So they all work hand in hand. You know, if I'm successful in one area, it helps for the school. And that's my goal, really. I mean, I love inspiring women. That's what makes me really excited when I see those women in India who have gone from being illiterate and unable to even control how many children they have because they just don't have the resources, so they don't have the knowledge, to being able to say, this is the life I want to have, I'm going to provide for my family, and to be able to, whatever it is, raising ducks, you know, that can transform someone's life. So with the microfinancing, a woman who has nothing and no idea how she's going to feed her many children can turn into a businesswoman who can actually not only provide for herself, but provide for her extended family, her friends. You know, it's a remarkable thing. So that's what I'm all about. I just want to help women to be the most they can be.
What woman would you want to photograph that you haven't?
I want to photograph Michelle Obama.
Oh, really?
Yes. So.
Sleeveless outfit to show off the guns? Or?
Definitely show off the guns. I'd love to photograph her in a really tough kind of way, because I think she's very strong, and it would be fun to do her as almost a very stylish, softer version of a superhero.
Oh. Well, we'll work on that. We'll be your Washington annex for your studio and your programs. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.